said you were a once-in-a-generation actress.
Oh, wow.
And that this show could not work without you. And then More Attorney and everyone else said, nobody prepares the way that you prepare. What kind of preparation do you... Why do you think you're holding that in your hand tonight?
I don't know. Because I'm wearing a green dress. No, I don't know. Yeah, I work hard. I care so much about the characters I create. So, for me, and it's also about not being scared in the moment. You want to be prepared so you can deliver the best performance and have researched every facet of that character so you can serve it in the best way. For this particular part, I was really intent on serving the grief of this character. I know a few people, my godmother in particular, who has suffered what Alison went through. And so I wanted to know what that felt like. I wanted to serve that properly and make sure that it wasn't just sort of flippant or a device. It was something that she was in the middle of this grief the whole time. So for me, when I approach a character, I have to understand what they're about and have to serve it in the best possible way. So, but that's lovely compliments from a brilliant cast and a brilliant creator. So it's lovely.
You look great today.
Thank you.
Who's the dress? When did you decide on it? And what did your mother teach you about beauty?
Oh, this is a Prada dress. I actually tried this on first. I tried something else on second. I came back to the green. It was simple. It's not that simple, but it's bold and it's interesting, and I can walk in it just. So that's why I picked it. My mother actually taught me that beauty doesn't really matter. I've got 3 older brothers, and beauty was never valued in our household. So I really appreciate that. It's always been about who you are and working hard and being a good person. And I always wore tracksuit bottoms and hand-me-downs when I was a kid. So beauty was not something that was very high on our priority list in the Wilson household. And I value that enormously.
Ruth, what was hardest with all that Ruth, with all that you had to do, congratulations.
Thank you.
All that you had to do as Alison, what was the hardest thing for you to play? Was it the deceit or the grief or?
It was probably the grief. It was probably the fact that it was quite relentless in the grief. I loved the fact that I could play different versions of this character, and I got a respite in some ways playing Noah's version of her from my own version. But it was that each episode sort of seemed to throw her further into depths of despair, and that was each episode I'd be like, oh God, I've got to go even further deep and darker and really explore this character, and that was hard, especially with the amount of time we have filming and like little time and being away from home. So by the end, that was quite exhausting, but incredibly, in the same way, incredibly satisfying. You get to really explore a character in many different facets and levels. So,
thank you very much.
Thank you.